According to the content of the opinions of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China and the State Council on supporting Fujian to explore a new road for cross-strait integrated development and build a demonstration zone for cross-strait integrated development authorized by Xinhua News Agency on September 12, we will deeply feel that the liberation of Taiwan has begun. This is not preparation, but the official start. Let's look at the two ends of the content that everyone is most interested in. Cancel the temporary residence registration of Taiwanese compatriots in Fujian. Taiwan compatriots are encouraged to apply for a Taiwan residence permit. Taiwanese compatriots have settled down in Fujian and realized their wish to settle down. Expand the application scope of identity verification of Taiwan residence certificates, and strive to achieve the same convenience of social application of Taiwan residence certificates and mainland residence identity cards. Encourage Taiwanese compatriots to buy houses in Fujian. Improve institutional guarantees for Taiwan compatriots in Fujian such as employment, medical treatment, housing, elderly care services, and social assistance, and include Taiwan compatriots in Fujian into the mainland social security system in accordance with laws and regulations. This actually means that Taiwan compatriots are officially regarded as citizens of the People's Republic of China. No matter what you think about Taiwan, we here regard Taiwan compatriots as compatriots, and they are Chinese. Because this is actually the same policy for treating Taiwan compatriots and treating mainland compatriots. As long as you want to come to the mainland, we will treat you according to the standards of the mainland people. There is no difference. The next news is even more exciting. We will implement that Kinmen residents enjoy the same treatment as local residents in Xiamen, take the lead in promoting equalization, universal benefit, and convenience of basic public services, create a same city living circle between Xiamen and Kinmen, and deepen inter-school exchanges and cooperation between Xiamen University and Kinmen University. Explore the model of cooperation between Xiamen and Kinmen in building infrastructure, accelerate the advancement of electricity, gas, and bridge connections with Kinmen, and support Kinmen in sharing Xiamen's new airport. What does it mean that Kinmen residents and Xiamen residents enjoy equal treatment? Doesn't that mean Kinmen is Xiamen? Isn't it actually the unification of Kinmen? Especially the joint construction of infrastructure. How can we jointly build infrastructure if it does not belong to the same country? What is infrastructure? It's the territory. Infrastructure means territory. To build infrastructure together is to build our own territory together. The following accelerate the advancement of electricity, air, and bridge connections with Kinmen, and support Kinmen's sharing of Xiamen's new airport. This is the best footnote. I just start the strategy of interconnection, electricity, ventilation, and bridges. Aren't these three links unified? Therefore, the release of this document does not mean that we are still preparing. The preparatory stage for liberating Taiwan has passed. In recent days, everyone has been immersed in the good news of Huawei mobile phones and paid little attention to this news. In fact, this is also good news at the same level. Even better news than Huawei phones. But why isn't everyone talking about it? I think that since ancient times, generals have never made great achievements. This method of using political means instead of military means to solve problems is quiet and people don't pay much attention to it. In fact, since ancient times, subduing the enemy's troops without fighting has always been the best policy. This document from the central government is doing one thing, winning the hearts and minds of the people. According to the people's opinions, Taiwan will be determined. People's support is the core issue for the liberation of Taiwan and the subsequent governance of Taiwan. But military and political affairs are also the same thing to a certain extent. From a military perspective, this strategy of winning over people's hearts is similar to the ancient strategy of surrounding three and missing one. That is to say, although the enemy is surrounded, it is given a gap to prevent the opponent from engaging in a duel to the death. When a large number of people come out of the siege, it will be much easier to attack the city. Therefore, this is different from the peeping model. Regardless of the speed of the war, I feel that Taiwan, as the last stronghold of the old bourgeoisie and landlord class before the liberation of New China, and as the unsinkable aircraft carrier used by US imperialism to deal with our country, is somewhat similar to Yan Zishan's Taiyuan city back then. We know that the battle to liberate Taiyuan was very difficult. This is because the wealthy Shaanxi landowners have gathered in Taiyuan city. They have to make a last-ditch struggle and will not be able to resist stubbornly. Well, in Taiwan, I think there is also this possibility, or this possibility must exist. Therefore, Encircling 3 and missing 1 is very conducive to winning the hearts and minds of the people, especially when the final hot war comes. Our People's Liberation Army can let go of the fight, because what is left at that time will be the real enemy. In fact, this incident is the same as Huawei's mobile phone breaking through the US blockade. They are all breakthroughs in the US blockade. And they are all based on their true strength. It seems like two things, but they are actually one thing. Without strength, nothing can be done.